cool. Hey, by the way, Mariusz said he doesn't want to say anything.
Because I don't like talking, because apparently when I talk I swear.
So I have an idea. I'll do the talking, and we'll just film Smock's face and watch how he reacts to what I say.
Alright, I'll practice facial expressions.
Yes. First of all, we'd like to thank Ducati Polska for giving us such a clean motorcycle to test. And in general,
Ducati Polska, because they gave us the opportunity to make it even cleaner.
so it could be even cleaner. Hey, here's the idea. Smock has already tested the Scrambler 1100, as you might have read in the magazine. And if you haven't, you'll read it online. And he said it's a cool bike. Well, every single Ducati motorcycle is basically a truly cool and impressive machine, even if it doesn't always ride absolutely perfectly. But in my personal opinion, this particular Ducati is significantly cooler than that other Ducati because it's a much smaller and more compact Ducati. And my theory, which you might have read in a magazine before, is that every time Ducati makes a bigger model of something that is a bigger version of a model that's worse than the medium or small version. Simply put, the smaller ones are more fun. And today we're going to test that. And the dragon face. Can you give a tip on how to clean the rim? Push the bike so it tips over, and then you do this. And you have to watch out for the brake disc. Unless the dragon is going to ride this motorcycle, then we can... Nothing. I'm just saying my hand hurts a bit. We also have even more chemicals that allow for dry cleaning, but honestly, who would want to carry around a bag full of chemicals? There was Ludwig, there was WD-40, and there was Tempo Paste. And now, since we got a package from Motul, you read the instructions and you're not entirely sure under what conditions you're supposed to use it. Is this supposed to be used dry or wet? Is it supposed to be used before washing? Is it supposed to be used after washing? I've already cleaned with this, I think. The important thing is that the photographer is working hard too. He's currently browsing through Instagram on his camera. When I didn't work in the way that I do now, I used to meticulously remember the precise weight and impressive power of every single motorcycle. I used to just sit and read and drill all that into my head, and now, I don't know, are there just more motorcycles now?
The numbers don't really matter with these motorcycles anyway.
They don't really matter at all, because we've already ridden these particular bikes, and we immediately know which one is significantly more fun to ride. It's just that the other one sounds better. Which one? The one that's more fun to ride. And what's important now, for example, when it comes to new manufacturer websites, is that no manufacturer, at least in the heritage segment, lists torque or weight values anymore, because nobody cares about that at all. Have you noticed that now it's really hard to find technical specs?
And Harley was the first.
Yes.
Who never listed them.
Never listed them. Because Harley, I've always said this too, Harley knew from the very beginning that
it's about having fun.
It's about having fun, not about the numbers. Let's follow the path Ducati suggests. Instead of looking for technical specs, let's turn on the radio.
With this kind of music, emotion is what matters. This is a detailed vlog about how to thoroughly clean your bicycle wheel and properly lubricate the chain.
I've already done that. I just don't feel like being angry around this, really. But I always start in the middle, with the dirtiest parts.
Yeah. What? So that the motorcycle gets crashed evenly. That way you can't see the difference.
Then you don't have to clean it anymore. Hey, but the truth is, to be totally fair, we can't blame Ducati Poland for the dirty bikes, only the previous editorial teams that had them. Because there are new rules this year, and if you pick up a clean motorcycle, you have to return it clean. The BMW was washed this morning? Yes. Ready? So I rode those bikes. The most important thing is to switch from one to the other, back and forth. That's when you really know something. So let's go ride. Maybe get some detail shots of the static here, right? No? Get to work.
I'm going to wash a motorcycle from a leading German brand. Nice person. What should I play? We posted Insta stories. Maybe no one will get offended. I rode two Italians and a German in the background, or two Italians and a German in the background. Maybe everyone will interpret it their own way.
Simplicity is a virtue, because this motorcycle only has one small full gauge, the Scrambler 800, and it doesn't have any traction control or different riding modes. You just get on, turn the key, start it up, and ride. At most you can adjust the clock or check how much fuel you have left, but over there things get more expensive. So supposedly that's better. So for that extra 15,000, the gauge gets all big like this, and you get riding modes, which you change how exactly? You see, you hold it down here, active, journey, and city. So you're either active, in the mood for a journey, or just riding in the city. And that only affects power delivery and traction control.
This one has another feature that Andrzej doesn't know about, because he didn't notice that when the motorcycle returns to an upright position, it automatically turns off the indicators. A very important function. Phone that does not enter the vertical position. Ha 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 ha.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go riding.
So we're riding motorcycle?
Well, this one is easier to drive. It's actually quite trivial.
This one means which one?
The Scrambler 800 full throttle. But I like big motorcycles. I like beefy motorcycles. And the smaller one is ridiculously easy to handle. However, for me, in terms of riding feel, I would prefer the 1100 because it's big. I feel like it's a real chunk of a motorcycle, and even though it's actually less agile in the city, I like it more. Andrzej is the opposite. Andrzej likes small ones, I like big ones. Andrzej likes small ones.
And that's what it all comes down. So it's not that one motorcycle is better and the other is worse, it's just that one is different and the other is different. I still prefer the smaller one, because for me, I like light, soft motorcycles, because they simply give more fun. I think it definitely does spins better than that one. And spins are the most important.
We need to check that. Andrzej, what? I'd be afraid to do that on the other one because it's heavier and more expensive. This one wins because of the spins, but not entirely.
I'd be afraid of that one. Well, I have to admit, it's got a bit more kick.
We have a winner. Please, if you would be so kind, take this item into your possession and hold on to it for a moment. It's very important that it remains secure and stable, and I trust you implicitly with this task. I need your assistance in keeping it safe and steady while I attempt something else. Your careful handling of this object would be greatly appreciated, ensuring its integrity until I am able to retrieve it from your care. Just maintain a firm and gentle grip. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation in this matter.
Since the Dragon had to run away, I have the perfect opportunity to prove he's wrong and that the small Scrambler is better. I couldn't prove it in the corners because it started raining and riding felt a bit uncertain. But there's one thing I know. The small Scrambler is much more eager to ride on the rear wheel, and it actually encourages you to do so. And honestly, it's even easy to learn how to do it on this bike. So let's go to a not so secret spot that isn't frequented by cars. Safety barriers. When you're doing some impressive stunts on 1100, the sky truly starts to cry, but it's actually pretty fun and quite enjoyable. You're not supposed to do that. That doesn't make any sense. I'd still choose this one, but I think I know what it's about. Smoke is kind of right. There, you feel like you have more engine. And the sound. Yeah. My plan was to come here now, prove that Smoke was wrong and that this one is way more fun. But when you switch from one to the other, well, that one's cool too. And the sound. There, a nice leather jacket, downtown in coffee. This one, flip-flops, the beach, and you don't care about anything. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Take care.